if they don't hit a Texas rig, then you might as well just pack up and leave. What's up everyone, this is Dalton from Dr. Fishing. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite bass fishing baits. 5 from my least favorite first to my favorite. There comes my dog. He's probably going to come over here and mess with me like he always does when I'm sitting down. Yeah, he does. He's just a little puppy dog. This is Garmin, by the way. This is my yellow lab. His name is Garmin. Yes, we named him Garmin because of the GPS fish finder machines on the boat. I know you probably see that trash can there. It's very random. I don't know, it ended up in here like 2 days ago. Anything my dad finds in the trash that might be somewhat useful always ends up in the garage somehow. Like this table here he found in the trash, so it ended up in the garage with the trash can. Pretty much I'd say about 50% of the things in this garage right here were found in the trash can by my dad. When that happens, it usually ends up in the garage, so please excuse the mess. Without any more talking, we are going to get into my top 5 favorite bass fishing baits. So number 5 is a topwater frog. This is a Booyah frog. It's one of the smaller ones, as you can see right there. It's one of the smaller ones. The reason I like frogs, and the reason it's actually, I'll actually tell you the reason it's number 5 is because you can't guarantee a fish on these all the time. The reason is sometimes they'll hit it and you know, it'll sit there for 10 seconds, and when you got to set the hook, they'll just let go of it. Something that a lot of people like to do is actually cut off the tails to about, I don't know, say about right there, cut the tail off, so that there's not enough, you know, I guess play room for the bass not to grab a hold of the hook. I just leave it like it is, you know. I've never seen any kind of significant difference in cutting the tail off and leaving the tails on. Yeah, these are my favorite frogs, the Booyah frogs. These are like $5. You don't need a Spro, you don't need a live target, you don't need any of that. Just get you a Booyah. They work just as good and they're half the price. They're all made in China, so you're not going to be investing money into an American-made frog with, you know, Spro or live target or anything. The only frogs I will tell you not to get are H2o Express frogs. The problem I have with H2o Express frogs is they take on water very easily, so about every 2 or 3 casts you'll have to squeeze the water out of them. And that's even brand new out of the box. Like, that's not even after use. But yeah, I love frogs. Anytime I feel like I can throw one in lily pads or, you know, heavy cover, brush or anything, hydrilla, anything like that, then yeah, I'll throw it. Because there's nothing better than an early morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, bass blowing up on top water through, you know, some heavy brush or something. There's nothing better than that. But yeah, that's my number 5 is a topwater frog. Okay, so here we go with number 4. Alright, number 4, I actually do not have tied up on a rod right now, and number 4 is going to be a spinnerbait. Yes, a spinnerbait. Spinnerbaits are great. These are kind of one of the baits that I grew up on fishing with. You know, this is just, I think this came from Walmart, dude. This is just a regular old Walmart spinnerbait with a silver Colorado blade on it. You know, spinnerbaits are fun. They're easy to use. All you gotta do is throw it out there and reel it in, and basically your blade right here puts off vibration that the fish feel, and when they see that sparkly, you know, chartreuse red color skirt on there, you know, they can't resist hitting it. So, and it's one of the most common bass baits used. You know, they're pretty popular. So yeah, they do make different blades for spinnerbaits. There's a willow blade and an Oklahoma blade. Yeah, the willow blade's a skinnier, longer looking blade. Colorado blade's a fat one like this, and these put out more vibration than a willow blade and an Oklahoma blade. So my favorite blade's a Colorado, especially if they're gold. A gold Colorado blade seems to produce a little bit more because I think everybody throws a silver Colorado blade. So when those fish see a gold one, they're like, huh, something different, let's hit it, you know. So yeah, number 4, a spinnerbait. So my number 3 favorite bass fishing bait is tied up on a rod right now, and I'm going to be kind of broad about this one. I'm just going to say any kind of diving crankbait, like a square bill, deep diver, shallow diver, you know, medium diver, whatever. This one here in particular is a shallow diving square bill. The color is Sexy Citrus Shad, which is my favorite color on crankbait. This is an H2o crankbait. Again, The H2o crankbaits work just fine. There's no need to get a Strike King XD or anything like that. These things work just fine. You know, they're all made in China, so it don't really matter, because you're not going to find an American-made crankbait if you spend $10. Yeah, the reason I love throwing these, I don't know, they're easy to use, and it's really easy to feel when a fish latches onto these, because, you know, it's moving fast and they're going to be chasing it. They're not just going to bump it and leave it alone. You know, when they hit it, they're going to hit it, and you'll know when they hit it when you feel that weight on the end of your line. This is, I believe, a 3-foot diver, square bill, H2o Express crankbait. Again, sexy citrus shad. That's my favorite color for these kind of baits like this. I think it's a very generic, all-around color. Yeah, these are great to use. This thing's like $3. H2o Express crankbait. You know, can't beat it. You know, if it breaks, $3. Go buy another one. It's not that big of a deal. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, number 3 is definitely any kind of crankbait. Of course, it depends what kind of water you're fishing. You know, if you're fishing deep water, you're going to throw a deep crank. If you're going to fish 10, 11 feet, 12 feet of water, you're going to throw a medium crank. And if you're going to be fishing, you know, I'd say about 3 feet all the way up to about 6 or 7 feet, and yeah, you're going to be throwing probably a shallow diver. So yeah, any kind of square bill crankbait would be my number 3. So number 2, my second favorite bass fishing bait is going to be a, I'm sure you could probably hear it if I hold it right over here. It is a rattle trap. This is my second favorite bass fishing bait. These things right here, I've caught some of my biggest bass on rattle traps. The thing that's really cool about rattle traps that has a little bit of advantage over a square bill crankbait, these will work in any depth. It's just a matter of how long you let it go to the bottom. So if you're in 20 feet of water, if you want it to go to the bottom, then just wait till it hits the bottom, pick it up and start reeling, and it'll come straight up to you. If you're in 2 or 3 feet of water, you know, you really don't even need to let it sink. Just throw it and start reeling. How is a bass going to resist this noise? There's just no way. They're not going to resist a rattle going through the water like that. Yeah, I've caught some of my biggest bass on rattle traps. Matter of fact, the biggest bass y'all have seen on the Dr. Fishing YouTube channel, which was in, I forgot what the video was called, but anyway, I'll put the link in the description below if y'all want to go watch it. It was about a 6 or 7 pounder, but it was actually a brand new pond we were fishing. I just happened to tie on a rattle trap. It was a sexy citrus shad rattle trap, and bam, about 6 or 7 pounder. It was really cool. You can run them through the water. All they do is just like that. Some people like to pop them and stuff. I just reel them straight through the water because I don't see the point popping it. It makes a rattling noise anyway. They're gonna hit it. So, okay, and my number 1 favorite bass fishing bait of all time. I never go bass fishing without one of these tied on, and you shouldn't either. And I'm gonna tell you why. But first off, let's reveal number 1. Number 1 is a Texas rig. Soft plastic Texas rig. Right now, I have a watermelon red lizard tied on right now. My favorite plastic, honestly, is going to be a watermelon red baby brush hog. The reason this is my favorite bass fishing bait, number 1, I think it's the easiest one to use. All you do is throw it out there, bump it, and once you feel that, you know, once you feel them hit it, then obviously yank back and set the hook in. But I always have a saying about Texas rigs is, if you're fishing new waters, or even if you're fishing a place you've been to multiple times, if they don't hit a Texas rig, then you might as well just pack up and leave. If they're not going to hit a rattle trap, a frog, crankbait, you know, pretty much anything I just mentioned, if they're not going to hit that, and then you tie this on, and you still don't get a damn fish within 30 minutes, you might as well just pack up and go home. Because if the fish are going to eat, they're going to eat a Texas rig. There's nothing better than a Texas rig. There's a lot of people that like to use, there is a wasp right there. Ugh. There's a lot of people that like to use Carolina rigs and drop shot rigs and Alabama rigs. No, you don't need any of that. All you need is a Texas rig. It's the easiest one to tie on. If they do not hit a Texas rig, they're not hungry today. The conditions aren't right. There's something wrong. You're wasting your time. Go home and watch a football game or something. Okay. I honestly don't see the big deal in tungsten. I just use a regular old water gremlin, lead weight, an 1/8 ounce from water gremlin. And as far as plastics go, my favorite plastic brand is Zoom. That's all I use is Zoom. You don't need the Guggen baits. The Guggen baits are a complete waste of money. They're a ripoff. There's no point in buying them. They do the same exact thing as a pack of Zoom or Yum does, okay? It's all the name. Same thing goes for your Lake Fork lures and all that. No, that's nonsense. It's all a money gimmick is all it is. All you need is a pack of Zoom. Zoom is been around, been in the game probably before any of them. You don't need your Gary Yamamoto. Pack of Zoom. That's all you need, guys, is a pack of Zoom. Zoom is made in the USA. They're made somewhere in Georgia, I believe. It's either Georgia or South Carolina. I wanted to say it's Georgia. They're 100% made in the USA. My favorite color from Zoom is watermelon red. But watermelon red is, I think anybody would tell you, is the best all-around color. The only exception to watermelon red, I think, is on lizards. I like chartreuse pepper. Those real bright green with the black flakes in them. I like those chartreuse pepper lizards. I think those are cool. And also like the watermelon red finesse worms with like that chartreuse tail on them. Those are cool. But just in general, watermelon red is all you need. So yeah, guys, there you go. That is my top 5 favorite bass fishing baits. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and ask. If you want to talk to me personally, you can add me on Snapchat at Sperry8588. I don't care, I'll talk to you. What I want y'all to go ahead and do is leave a comment below. What are your top 5 favorite bass fishing baits? So, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Dr. Fishing. If there are any video requests y'all want me to do as far as top 5 videos or any kind of information on any gear I use, please leave a comment below and I will do a video on it. If you have any personal questions for me, feel free to ask. I'll do a video on it and answer questions. So thank y'all for everybody's support. This is Dr. Fishing. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.